Well, check this out. It's a Toyota Tercel. Let me see what year it is. It's an 84 Toyota Tercel wagon. And some of these were, I think the wagons were all-wheel drive. Some of them were anyway. This one looks like it's just a front-wheel drive. But I had one of these. I had a 5-door hatchback, not the wagon. And I always thought the wagons were really, really cool. So anyway, this is a neat find. Brings me back to my old days of my first car, which is a Toyota Tercel. And didn't have a lot of horsepower, but they were a lot of fun because you could rev it really high and try and get them to go. Some of them came with manual transmissions because these were econo cars. Let's see what this. Oh yeah, this had a manual transmission, so this would have been a lot of fun just to hoon around in back in the day, because they're cheap. They're front wheel drive, and you could take them anywhere. They were really easy to work on. Just cool little cars. I wish I still had my sedan, although I really liked the wagon version. So anyway, another cool find at the pick and pull. Oh, here's another really cool car. One that I really like. It's an MGB coupe. And so it's got a little hatchback on it, and it's in this nice, I can't tell if it's a faded red or if it's an orange, but you definitely don't see a lot of MGBs out in the yard. This one's got engine still there. I think someone pulled the carburetors and the rest of the intake system, but looks like it was a different color at one point. Maybe got resprayed because the inside looks like it was maybe yellow or cream, maybe faded yellow, faded cream, something like that. But wow, it's picked really clean. Steering wheel's still there, but the rest of the stuff's got picked pretty clean. Kind of a neat car to find in the yard. This little hatchback, MGB GT. That's right. That's the name of the hatchback. It was called a GT. And these are rare. Most of the MGBs you find are the convertibles, 2-seat convertibles. So to find a 67 in the hardtop, especially in the junkyard, super rare. Anyway, let's keep looking around. Oh man, they have another Toyota Tercel, and this one is actually a four-wheel drive. So this, when I had my first car, which was a Toyota Tercel, this was the dream version of it, because it's a wagon and it has all-wheel drive. So normally you can see it's just a traditional Econobox front-wheel drive car. So longitudinally mounted engine, but front-wheel drive. And then on this version, if I can get under here, it's got a transfer case and rear-wheel drive as well. So this was a 4-wheel drive version of this little Econobox Toyota Tercel, and this one looks like it got it's either been out here a while or it was beat up pretty good, because man, it's got like moss growing on it. I almost want to peel this off and take it with me, because you don't see too many of these at all. Let's see, was this this was an auto? Yeah, you can see the 4-wheel drive on the thing, but yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Now it still has the owner manuals with the 4-wheel drive in it, but you can see it had the 4-wheel drive button on it. And this had AC, which was interesting for an Econobox car. But yeah, pretty neat. pretty neat. 1985. There are a couple Saabs at the yard today. This one's a wagon, or I think in this year they called it a combi, sport wagon. And you don't see a lot of these on the road, and you don't find a lot of them in the yard. Oh, it's an Aero, so it's an 0295 Aero. I think so. An Aero should have a manual, and yep, it sure does. Wow, it looks really clean inside. My gosh, look at these seats. Hardly any cracks on these seats. Gosh. I remember back in the day, I really, really wanted one of these. Man, these back seats look practically new. But the build quality, by this point, they had been purchased by GM, and the build quality wasn't great. I remember there's just a lot of squeaks and rattles when you drove over things. But man, door sounded pretty solid. But I really like these cars back when I was looking to get a car. But anyway, 95 Sport Wagon Aero, or Combi Aero, I should say, at the yard. Pretty nifty little 09 VW GTI in the yard. This one's gone through pretty clean. I can't tell what they were trying to pull, but man, I love those plaid seats. Let's go to the front to get a better look at them. But maybe that's what they wanted. We got the front seats, but they didn't take the rear seats. Look at that cool plaid on these seats. Oh yeah, they left the rears, but they got the bottoms. I guess theirs are worn out. Nice little 6-speed still left here. Looks like it was in a front end collision. But I think the engine got picked pretty clean. So I guess they just wanted the engine, but left the transmission. I would have thought they would want this 6-speed transmission. I guess not. So I guess they just wanted the engine. But yeah, I took off the front clip and everything. I got a foam dial wheel left, but yeah, pretty cool. Neat little GTI.